This is the adjusted monthly savings report. At the top of the report are two user definable fields. The first is the average electricity load for the HVAC units in each of the rooms. And the second is the average cost per kilowatt hour for the electricity for the property. The user can change either one of these or both fields to a number that's more appropriate for the property, and simply, after changing the field, click the change button and the new numbers will be reflected in the report below. The first four columns are self-explanatory. The fifth column is the total measured number of hours that the HVAC units in those rooms in this report, in this case 118 rooms, ran for the entire month. And based on your selection of cost per kilowatt hour at the top of the report, what the electricity would have cost for that particular month for the electricity for those 118 rooms. Now the next six columns are preceded by the word computed. These figures are computed based on one simple assumption. That assumption is that had you had digital thermostats, regular digital thermostats installed in your rooms, the percentage of runtime for the HVAC, now that is the percentage of runtime, would be the same whether the guest was in the room or not. Of course, since that would be true because the digital thermostats have no way of knowing whether the guest is in the room or not. In the case of the thermostats that you have installed, the Onity digital setback thermostats, the HVAC will run less percentage, a lower percentage, when the guest is not in the room. Based on that assumption, we can, and since we know the percentage of runtime when the guest was in the room with the thermostats that are installed, we can compute a savings figure that shows that reflects that reduced amount of time runtime that would occur if in fact you had since you have the setback thermostats installed. The computed savings in the first month here is 19.5%. That means that the HVACs in this property would have run 19.5% more than they did with the setback thermostats had the property had installed regular digital thermostats. And that computed total run hours without energy management installed and setback thermostats would be higher by that amount. Therefore, the HVACs would have run, in this case, 33,000 hours. And therefore, based on the charge selected above of cost per kilowatt hour, the cost would have been $7,963.92. So, based on that computation, 6,464 hours were saved, and at 12 cents per kilowatt hour, that saved $1,551. And then this last column takes the number of rooms in this column, divides it, and shows you how much money was saved per room per month at this property. As you can see in the report, summer savings and winter savings are higher than in spring and fall, which is what you would expect. This is a particular month. At the bottom of the report is another chart similar to this one that shows the annual savings per room per month for that particular property.